This episode of Vice of Life is brought to you by our patron donors, Unsocial Penguin and Anna Jenkins. Thank you guys so much. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 69 of Vice of Life. I'm your host, Logan. Joining me today is Josh over in there in that corner. How you doing, Josh? Thanks for coming.
69. I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Great. Also joining us is Eloy over there in that other corner.
Why don't we decide to make this episode something sexy? I didn't realize this was 69.
I didn't realize it was either until just now. So, and again, I am still working with the new setup here, trying to get everything situated. So this episode will sound better than last week, but maybe not better overall. We'll see. So, anyways, this is Vice of Life, the show where we come and sit down, talk about something tangentially or directly relating to life. And this week we're going to be talking, I guess, about sports. I almost like fucking vomited while I said
that.
I know. Basketball.
Sports we've played, sports we've seen, sports we've done, that sort of thing. So, but before we get into all that, we usually tell you what we've been up to this week. And Eloy, why don't you go ahead and do that while I try to figure out why Josh sounds so quiet?
Oh, boy. I should have thought of this before we started. Oh, God. Well, first of all, I've mostly been, the last week, mostly I've been playing The Last of Us Part 2. Logan and I just did a very long episode about that over on Patreon.
Almost 3 hours?
Yep.
Seriously?
Seriously,
Wow.
I've been here for a while.
I was wondering because I got here and I thought I would be like late and you guys were still door closed and all that. I was like, oh, damn. All right.
That's well, this is episode 69. Maybe we were ringing in the
That's true.
That's true.
holiday, you know?
The holiday. I don't know, man. Like the way things have been going with the old COVID, I stepped outside of my comfort zone a little bit, but now I'm like playing this weird cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
Where I'm like reining it in, but then I'm like, maybe I could do some stuff. And so, I played The Last of Us, and I'm like, what can I do now? So I started playing Medieval. And I'm having a good time with it. It's like a very nostalgic game from my childhood.
Yeah.
I've just been having fun with that.
Josh might even know that.
Yeah.
It's the,
with, like the skeleton guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have nightmares about that game, but I liked it. I still played it. But
I remember playing
damn.
the first like 2 levels over and over again, but never getting any further than that.
yeah.
So now like actually playing it is really weird.
Man, I really miss that era of games. There was like that gecko. You were like a spy or something.
I know exactly what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know.
I used to
So
play
many
that.
weird. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that totally takes me back. That's kind of fun. Crash Bandicoot and shit.
Oh. The video game that we did on Patreon, The Last of Us Part 2, the people that made Crash Bandicoot are the same ones that made that game.
Oh,
and
wow.
they make a joke, like a reference back to it. Like the people in the game find like some porn tapes. One of them's called Snatch Bandicoot or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's good.
Nice. What is that?
Someone's ringing.
That's my phone. Sorry, folks.
You're good.
That's the Crash Bandicoot word of the day. Naughty Dog, right?
Oh no, it was
Yeah.
Smash Brandy's Cooch or something.
Oh.
So I was like, that sounds
Even
close.
Wow. Damn.
I know it had cooch in it. That's all I knew.
Yeah, shit.
Episode 69, people.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that. I mean, there is a homoerotic aspect to sports, so
Oh, yeah.
maybe we can play that angle.
True.
I have been doing not a whole lot this week. You know what I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about how fucking inept some of these fucking admissions departments are. All right, listen. All right, how hard is it? I've asked these people multiple times. All right, I paid my $1,000 deposit. All right, I did that. And they're still like telling me you need to make that deposit. And I'm like, I did.
Oh,
and then they
God.
say, oh yeah, we see it now. It's like, okay. And then I tell them I still owe like $500. Can you tell me where I need to pay that? Because there's no portal that you guys sent me where I needed to pay that. So just tell me where I need to pay that. And I haven't gotten any response. And then before that, it was the whole, we need to make sure, like, we're not getting anything from Sally Mae. And Sally Mae is like, oh, we're working with your school. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. I've done everything I can do. All right. It's your guys' ineptitude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking figure it out, man.
It's their business, man. They got to do it right. I mean,
Exactly. It's, if you want your money, man,
yeah.
do it. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the University of Utah specifically, or it's because they're working with a third party, like coding academy thing. So I don't know whose fault it is. But straighten that shit out, man. COVID ain't no excuse for this kind of shit. We've been making payments online for
I
years.
was gonna say we're not exactly lacking in communication ability.
God, man. So annoying. And
Well, now you got like the holiday on the weekend, and they're probably just shirking
Yeah.
off, you know.
yeah, that was another thing. I had like a welcome call scheduled yesterday with the like, I guess the program, whoever, I guess the teacher or something. And she just rescheduled it like 2 hours beforehand. It's like, oh, you're going to do it on
wow.
Monday. And no, like
No,
asking me or anything. She's just like, this is when it is. It's like, well, it's a good thing I don't have anything else going on at that point. But you should probably actually like reach out to me, say we need to reschedule rather than just being like, you're just being moved.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a good sign, man.
That shit irritates me when
True.
they're so inconsiderate. I actually had an interview the other day, and God, I waited in the room for close to 40 minutes just waiting
What?
for the guy.
In the virtual room or the actual room?
No, it was an actual room.
Oh, my God.
I went there, and I was just kind of like in this very small break room by myself, and like 10 minutes went by, and he's like, or a guy told me, like, yeah, he's just dealing with some stuff. He'll probably be like a few minutes. 10 minutes went by, and I'm like, he comes in, he's like, oh, you got a minute? I got to take care of some stuff, and I'll be right in. And then I waited for another 30 minutes.
Oh, my God.
I was so fucking pissed.
Was it what's the job? Is it a smaller business?
It's a warehouse job. It's
Yeah.
Black Diamond. I don't know if you heard of
Oh,
it.
yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
familiar. Yeah.
They're like a sporting outdoor equipment. They say they do a lot of rock climbing stuff.
Oh,
I was going to say skiing because isn't that like a
They-
difficulty thing?
So yeah, like that's I've heard of them from skiing, but he's like, yeah, we're kind of known for skiing, but we're
Isn't
really
that-
big in rock climbing. And I'm like,
the fuck?
who the fuck? How many people fucking rock climb as opposed to ski?
Yeah.
I don't know the breakdown of difficulty for rock climbing, but I do know like Black Diamond is like a hard slope, dude, you know? Like I know that much at least. And I've never snowboarded in my life, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was just wondering because, like, I've worked for a few different smaller companies or like family businesses or whatever, and a lot of the time the owner is super unorganized because they think they can just like store everything in their head, so they always like forget about this or they're late on that or like give me just a minute and then they're busy. And so I was just wondering because
I don't know. They feel very small business because he's like, yeah, we were in California and then we relocated everything just to here, Salt Lake. So I'm like, oh, you're just based out of here. But then he's like, yeah, our company was originally founded by the same guy who started Patagonia.
oh wow,
And I'm like,
damn.
if you're coming from something that renowned, how are you a small business? I don't know.
yeah,
Especially if they're doing like the same thing. Isn't
Yeah.
Patagonia a lot of like
I think Patagonia is a lot more like
hiking?
more outdoor apparel
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Oh.
Oh, this is more like gear.
I guess it's more gear. So I guess that's both fronts covered, but
yeah.
these guys are like more of a distribution center than anything. So they're like, they'll
Okay.
deal with Patagonia stuff. They'll deal with Arc'teryx stuff. And then,
Some Yeti coolers, maybe.
yeah, stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Yep.
I don't know. It was just really irritating.
Yeah. I can imagine. So
I
it would
can
just
only
be like a
imagine.
warehouse?
Yeah. I thought they were going to do the same thing. I thought he was going to come in and be like, dude, I can't do this today. Is there any other chance you can come in?
Fuck.
He's like, I'm just really nervous. I don't know. I'm just gonna cancel. I can't. Like, that'd be so funny. It was like flip.
It got to the point where I'm like, should I go find someone and ask if I need to do this another day? Should I just
Yeah.
say fuck it and leave because this is ridiculous?
Yeah. I mean, that could be a power move where you leave and you say,
Thanks for wasting
I don't got
my
the time for this shit. And then they'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy's organized.
I got
He's-
big
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, exactly.
Work on me if you did that. Be like, oh no, please, we want you. You're important. Like, yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Something to think about,
Yeah.
to think about.
Just a subtle power move. When he walks in, I'll just look at the watch. Like,
All right, let's get this over with.
I may have sabotaged myself in the end though, because
Oh,
when he sent me the email with the address attached, he gave me 2 souths instead of
2?
like a west and a south.
Just
So-
2 south?
No, he gave me. It was like
oh, you said 2 souths.
2. I don't know how to say 2 souths.
I
South.
I was like, 2 south.
So like I figured
It's
out where the
just 2.
warehouse was on my own, but on my way
Yeah.
out, he's like, "Yeah, thanks for coming." And I'm like, "Yeah, thank you for your time." Oh, and also, I think this is a pre-typed thing, but you might want to fix that.
See, now you're noticing problems. And
See? Yeah,
you're
attention
an
to
essential
detail.
asset.
maybe I
There
just
you go.
Ooh.
Yeah. How much of a pay increase is it? I wonder how much they're paying. I've heard of Black Diamond. Are they kind of cheap?
They aren't crazy. It's like
Too bad.
$12.50.
Okay.
Yeah, it's rough out there, man.
But I was like, it's okay, I guess. And then it would allow me to go to school, which I might apply for barber school here in the next couple of days for September. So
nice.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Where
But
at?
Hell yeah.
Where at? Just tell all your information. Is it at like at the Paul Mitchell? You weren't big on Paul Mitchell.
I wasn't big on them, and I would love to go tour this place, but I can't right now.
Just in fucking some alley somewhere.
Yeah.
Our
Are you positive that you can't? Like, do you know that they're closed and stuff?
they don't have anybody like actually working right now
Okay.
or not working, schooling, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they have people come in for like assessments, but that's about it.
Okay. I was just wondering because, like, I did an Amazon delivery to one of those type like schools or whatever, and they were open. There was all these like cute girls sitting out front. You know, it was like, oh, what is this? So they were open. That's all. That's the main point. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
he's
my
not saying the
information-
girls were open. He was saying
Oh,
Yeah, they were
Damn,
closed
episode
for
69.
business. As am I. Yeah. I'm gonna.
damn, that was flipped
know.
like a bitch.
No. I know. Here,
But
it's fine.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm deal with it.
Well, I've been doing a handful of interviews myself, and I never know. I always show up with the mask at least like below the chin, or sometimes I'll just put it on like when I'm there. And they always look at me like I'm a weirdo, and so I'm like just kind of slowly like pulling it down like as we're talking, or just it'll start fogging up my glasses, and I'll just take it off. But
Yeah.
I'm surprised by how little a lot of people care about that. Like it'll say on the front door, like, due to COVID-19, we are asking that you wear a mask and blah, blah, blah. And then no one is when you get in there. And I'm like, why am I the weird one? But anyway.
I did my whole interview in the mask, and it was hot in that room,
Yeah.
so I was kind of like,
I don't know, man. It's a mandate now in Salt Lake County and
Yeah.
a lot of states, but I mean, at my work, I noticed a lot more people are wearing them, which is good, but I don't know, man. I don't understand. I know that it's uncomfortable or whatever, but I'm just like, if it's between wearing a mask and being able to do somewhat of what I used to do, I'd rather that
yeah.
Yeah.
than just having everything shut down, because that's now back in the conversation in a lot of
Oh,
places. And so that's what I'd prefer.
So like, especially at the coffee shop, man, like I'm pleased by the amount of people I see coming in wearing masks that weren't before, but I'm still fucking bewildered by the amount of people that still don't.
Well, dude, a while back, I interviewed, well, kind of, not really interviewed. I like came in for like a trial day with this printing warehouse. They make like all over print blankets and all this stuff. And I ended up not really wanting to do it for kind of a number of reasons. The owner was like this pretending to be chill stoner guy, but with like a crazy look in his eye, and just I didn't feel good about it. I'm like, this is not gonna go well. And but like their big thing right now is making like custom masks, like one-off masks, where they have like their standard designs and stuff. They don't wear them. They looked at me like I was an idiot for wearing it, and I'm like, you guys literally make them, and you're not even. It's just pure like opportunism and greed, man. Like.
I
I
just
don't know. It's weird.
I don't understand it at all.
Yeah.
Like the comfort thing is one thing, and then the political aspect of it, I'm just like, I don't.
I know. That's a whole other.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just wear your damn mask, man. It's not that hard.
I
It
know.
really is not. And just keep your distance.
Yeah.
That's. I never had a problem keeping my distance because I hate interacting with people to begin with. So,
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know, man.
Well, I'm still applying around. I applied for like a Tesla, like phone position, like roadside support and shit like that.
Oh.
But one job that said like urgently hiring, great pay, like all this stuff. And so I applied and I interviewed with them the other day, and I'll probably hear back on Monday. I sent them an email, but they didn't say anything yet. But that one could be interesting, other than the fact there's no health insurance, but it is in the medical industry,
Oh.
or at least
You gonna do
adjacent.
contact tracing?
No, actually, I looked it up on Indeed and zero results. I was like, oh god, okay.
I actually looked at that out of curiosity too. It was like, what is it like to be a contact tracer for COVID? And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was like $15 to $20 an hour, something like that. But
Okay.
I mean, you're out and about, man.
Yeah.
Or at least
Yeah.
you're making
You're
phone
in the
calls
thick
to the
of-
out and about.
That'd be all right.
I don't know.
This job, it's called Enhance Medical Clinic.
Enhanced what? Medical.
Clinic.
Oh.
So I want to know what you guys think that is.
Well, it
Enhance.
immediately goes to blue pills, but not the blue pills as in Matrix or whatever. The blue pills as in dick size. But
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I can
Alright.
do karate.
Yeah. So, and they didn't really say, well, the one that I applied for said medical tech or something like that. And so I started looking into the technology. They call it acoustic shockwave therapy. And I got real nervous when I started finding it, like videos on YouTube.
what is it?
Well, it looks like a gun, and on the end of it, there's like a rubber piece that bounces up and down, and apparently it shoots shockwaves or something, or maybe it's just the pulsing that does it. And so I'm like, okay, how does that work? And so you hold the shaft and you pound at the very bottom at the base. You get all the different areas. You lift it up. You go to the bottom. Get all those. It's very, very loud too. It's like extremely loud. And then you go up the shaft and down and all this. And so that was the night before I went. So I was kind of like, oh God, what am I doing? What am I getting myself into? And so then I was asking myself, like, would I do that if the pay was worth it and everything? And so then, but I also found a video of a machine that has just like a robot arm that just like they hold it and then it goes up against it, and it's a larger piece that just goes all along the. Anyway, it's no contact essentially, but I did not know what to expect, and so I show up and it's this office building. It's on like the 4th floor of a nice building, just all these little units or whatever. And so I go in, it's like this empty office space, and a woman walks up to me and she has like a cheetah print like dress on.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, hi, are you Joe? Long hair and all this. And we go into her office. She has a desk and 2 chairs, and that's a good start. And so we talk, and she's asking me if I have a lot of like customer service experience, which I kind of do from like way
It's a
back
cover
when.
for the porno industry. It sounds like
I
this
know,
is going to break
huh?
out into that. any
Seriously.
moment.
Well, yeah, it was weird. Like, so then it turns out that what they would want me to do is just like inbound calls. Like people see the commercial and they call, and then you set the appointments. I'm like, that wouldn't be that bad. It's the same
Yeah.
pay to do that. It's 18 an hour, so I'm like, fuck, man, I wouldn't be bad.
It's like a phone sex thing.
I know. I
There's
wonder,
layers here.
like, would you? I mean, say you could make good money doing that, would you do it? Like, I don't know. I start asking myself that sometimes.
If I could do it and I made good money, yes.
Yeah,
I'm horrible at it. So
I know. What do you think the bar is like?
I can't even do that shit in like a text message. I can't imagine like sweating, like, oh god.
Yeah. The use of dirty words was just really low today. We need you to get those numbers up. You just say cock more. You're saying wiener too much. That's making our numbers go down.
You only called them a slut 3 times on a 35-minute call. Fuck.
You guys, that's too real.
I know. Huh?
That's how call centers work, man.
Yeah. So I'm kind of. I don't know though. I've done a lot of warehouse shit in the past few years, aside from USPS. Either before or after that has been a lot of that, and I don't know. So I want to try something different, a different approach. So it could end up being one of these call center things. But like Tesla, I'd work from home for a while until things change. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'll be talking to old men about enhancing their members. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Or I'll just drive full time and
I never want to get to the point where I'm, calling up a infomercial.
I know, huh?
About sending
Natural
music
therapy.
Waves up my dick.
I know, huh?
Make it grow, man.
Well, it's funny too
Pretty wild.
because she was like, sometimes they do overshare. Is that something you think you could handle? She's like, sometimes they don't realize that you're not the doctor, so they'll start going into details that you might not want to hear. And I'm like, my parents were therapists, so sure, I'm used to open conversation.
Yeah, your parents would be very, you're following the family tree.
Yeah, exactly. It's so loud. It sounds like an air compressor, like when you. Like you turn it on and it sounds like that, and you're just in a small room getting the shit beat out of your dick, and it makes it grow apparently.
See, I forgot that you looked up videos of it, and then I was thinking like she was just sitting there at her desk, like, so this is how this is
I know.
the machine.
I was hoping she would, but they never got to that point.
Jerry, will you come in here and demonstrate, please?
Yeah. Well, and it was weird too because I interviewed with her, and then they had me go sit in the empty office space for a bit. And then the owner guy came in and grabbed me, and we went into his office. Well, he didn't physically grab me. We went into his office, and he was one of those guys. He had it's like a Nike, what do you call it? Like athletic tee or performance tee or whatever.
Athletic-wear.
Yeah, like a tight
Athletic-wear.
fit. You know what I'm talking about?
The stretchy stuff.
Yeah. He had that with like a lab coat looking thing that was like open, and he was kind of slumped in his chair, and he's like, so he was just really like blasé about the whole thing, which was really weird. And he was saying like, yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll have Kelly circle back to you, and we'll go ahead and go over all the details and all. He was just one of those kind of like businessy, I don't have time for you, like one of those kinds of guys. So that was kind of weird.
That's pretty funny.
It was an odd situation.
I mean, if you want stories for the podcast, I say you get this job, man.
Right?
I know. Huh? Part of me, I mean, if they'll hire me, I'll do it for sure. I sent a follow-up email. I'll call them on Monday, but we'll see. You never know.
Good luck, man. I hope you get the extended stay at the extended lab.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
If
hard.
you don't get the job, we'll also accept a sponsorship.
Yeah, true.
I'd love to pitch that.
Yeah, what's your best? Give us your best voice for the clinical extended clinic. I don't know what it was. I forgot.
Let's do a test call.
Yeah, I need someone to call. Exactly. I was going to try to be like both or something. But
All right. Well, I'll get the phone ringing here in a minute.
they, I guess they just entered the Utah market, and this is like their 8th state. And I guess they have like an office in Portland and like in either Austin or Dallas. And I don't know. Part of me was like, well, maybe I should, and then just transfer to another one. Oh, sorry. I'm getting a call. Wasatch Medical Clinic, otherwise known as Enhanced Medical Clinic. This is Josh. How may I help you today?
I didn't think we were going through it.
Yes, hello. I need an old book.
Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Hi, sir.
I was just watching the TV.
Oh, yes. You saw one of our commercials, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I've tried everything. You know, Viagra. It extends didn't really work for me, so
Me either.
I'm really trying something new.
You want to try something new? Well, let me tell you. Look, we've all heard of Viagra, Extends, all these things. And they don't really get to the heart of the issue, which is blood flow. And so what we can do is actually increase blood flow in the penis by using our acoustic shockwave therapy applying directly to the penis. How does that sound to you?
That sounds great. You know, I noticed the problem started when I started taking these blood thinners.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Classic.
There's not a lot of pressure going to the penis anymore.
Well, and let me ask you this.
My wife has been dead for 5 years, and
that's for sure a boner killer. That's,
I just need to come every so often, son. And
yes, it's very important for our mental
you
health.
understand? I need my balls played with a little bit too.
Okay, well, as far as that, I would suggest either self-stimulation or perhaps seeking a partner. But as far as the technology...
I was in the war and I don't have any arms anymore.
Okay, well, look, I'm doing it at my desk right now. I'm trying to see if
Masturbating
I
or
could use my feet to sort of stimulate. It's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. Nothing worth it is easy, you know.
All right.
That's what they say.
I've seen commercials about that too. I'm not Mickey Mouse.
I know. Yeah, did I hear you in that bonus episode? Well, if you'd like to schedule an appointment, I've got an opening Tuesday at 10 a.m. Would that work for you?
Yeah, could you send a car service? Because I can't drive.
Oh, yeah, the whole no arms thing. Well, look, here's what I'll do. I will personally pay for the Uber ride here. Okay, and then if you go through with the treatment, we will add it to the charge and I'll get the credit back. If not, it's on me.
Is there a senior discount?
It already is a senior discount. That's our main demographic, so it's going to be the best deal you can find. I mean, you know what? There is a senior discount. I really need people to come in, man. This is pure commission. Right now, I'm living outside in a box. So if you will please come in, I'll get, whatever you want.
I'll come in if you make me come. And
Well, you know, you just might, because one of the things with this technology is it's a full contact technology. So it's sort of like a pistol with a vibrating piece of rubber on the end of it. So we're going to be applying that to the penis, and if you're lucky, you will become erect. That's the whole idea.
It is.
And so you may come.
I may come. Well, that's better than nothing. Let me tell you, it's been 4 years since my wife died.
Right.
I lose track of time. I think I said 5 earlier. Listen,
We'll say 4.5.
I've only got a year to live. I need to come at least once more.
Well, not only will you be able to get hard when aroused, but you may also get surprise boners, just like in those olden days when we're
In class.
in class, 12 years old, 14 years old, whatever it is.
Back in Nam, you
eight
mean?
for some.
I'd see a pretty woman walking down the street of... and it would just happen.
Exactly.
I'm not Mickey, I swear to God.
All right, well, we'll see you Tuesday at 10 a.m. Thanks so much for calling. What was your name?
You can call me Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. Hey, I appreciate the call. It was really great talking to you.
Thanks, son.
Okay, have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.
I will.
Okay. Bye-bye.
That was fun.
Man, you should have went with like dildo saggins or something.
Yeah.
You killed
my
my entry point. I was gonna jump in with like a wife angle.
Oh well, what's that? Is there another phone call coming in?
Oh boy. Wasatch Medical Clinic, otherwise known as Enhanced Medical Clinic. This is Josh. How may I help you today?
Hi, I heard you were talking to my husband.
Yes.
Bilbo.
Yeah, we just got off the phone. Great guy, good guy. We're gonna see him next week, Tuesday.
I don't know about that. He's a little
Oh.
delusional. He's going a little senile. in his
Yeah.
old age.
Are you guys related, or what's the relationship?
I'm his wife.
Oh wow! Are you a new wife within the past few years?
No, he wakes up every morning and forgets I
Wow.
exist.
Okay.
He tells everybody
Yeah.
I'm dead.
I had sort of a different story here. I had heard otherwise. I heard you were sort of out of the picture, but this is very interesting. Now, does he have any physical disabilities that you're aware of? Does he have arms? That's what I'm trying to ask.
He's missing an eye.
He's missing an eye, and he has his arms?
Yeah, but he's missing 3 fingers.
No, that's not so bad. Depending on the ones he's missing, could be pretty beneficial for you as far as placement goes. So,
Listen, I'm not here for casual conversation.
right.
You need to stop scamming my husband.
Let's get down. Well, look, it's no scam. This is a legitimate technology. It's groundbreaking technology. And from what I understand, your guys' intimacy has been a little bit lacking. Would you agree with that?
I mean,
Well, look, regardless, we are called Enhanced Medical Clinic for a reason. So regardless of, the status of your guys' intimacy or sex life, I'll just put it out there. We can improve it. So even if you're starting at a 6 out of 10, we'll get you to an 8 out of 10. Say you're starting at 0, we'll get you up to maybe a 5 out of 10. Okay.
listen here.
So the appointment has been scheduled. He's coming Tuesday at 10 a.m. and that's his intention, is to come when he arrives.
I don't know. We'll see about that. Tuesday at 10 a.m. He's coming tonight at
Oh, yeah.
8 p.m.
Oh, well, you have him give me a call as soon as that happens, because I want to hear all about it.
Betty, who are you talking to? On the phone?
Bilbo! Mind your damn business.
Is that Bilby in the back? Hey, Bilbo, how you doing?
Speaking to some pervert.
Who is it? Who is it?
Hey, listen here, you little phone bitch. You're on.
Betty,
Click.
get off! Betty, get off the phone!
He does sound like Mickey, doesn't he? Well, look, guys, if you want to both come in, that would be great. I'd love to meet both of you in person. I look forward to it. Let me ask you this. Do you have proper transportation? to
Listen,
arrive?
Josh. I don't know who you're talking to. I already clicked. I hung up the phone.
Oh, God.
I set the competition.
Bilbo, are you there?
If this man
He's
don't
gone.
come tonight, he's
hung
coming
up.
on Tuesday.
He's
Oh,
coming
my
into
God.
his formative years, that's for sure.
Jesus. Well,
I wonder what's gonna happen.
His
to that
golden
guy.
years.
I got to work on keeping a voice straight. I can't. I got Mickey, and I got some kind of Daisy Duck. That's all I know. All right. Well, wow, that was fun.
Wow. That's different.
Woo. 32 minutes in. And I think 10 of that
Wow.
was just that.
Just,
Very nice. Okay.
Josh, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You were handling it well.
Thank you. I'll send that to the employer.
Even
They'll
with
get
the
a good
disgruntled Louisiana woman
idea.
coming after you.
I don't think that was a Louisiana woman.
Yeah,
That was like,
I think that was like New York, Boston, that kind of.
oh,
Listen here.
in my head it was a little
Listen
more
here.
Louisiana. But I guess not.
I don't really
We've
know.
already gone over that. I'm horrible with impressions, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do Louisiana.
It was like losing the accent, Louisiana, losing the dialect, but it's still there.
Here's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just go kind of a Bill Cosby route.
You got to have a twang to your voice, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I can't do it, obviously.
The only twang I know is banjo. Okay,
There you go.
twang.
I'm sorry, I'm not impressed with that
Twang.
joke. All right, well,
I feel like it'd be kind of like it would sound racist if I tried to do Louisiana, so I won't do it.
Just do white Louisiana.
Well, I don't know how. That's what I'm saying. Is it will just come off like weird because I don't know what the goal is to sound like that. So.
Ryan lived in Louisiana for a month or two. Call him.
Yeah. So catfish. See, I don't know. I'm just done.
Catfish is a good one. Catfish. Southern hospitality.
Crawdad.
I think you just do the southern accent. And you can get close enough, you know.
Nolans.
That's right. Nolans. That's right. Nolans. All right. Well, let's talk about sports.
Well, and this is the whole idea is like, you know, you're a kid, maybe you're riding your bike, you meet up with your friends, and then it's like, so what do you guys want to do? Maybe you build a little ramp, or maybe you, like I remember doing some of that stuff. Like I grew up in a little neighborhood, and at the time it was still kind of like growing, so they always had like half-built houses, so we just take some of the plywood and like put it up. And
Yeah.
I did the classic thing, being like the fat nerdy kid, like riding my bike up into the ramp and not lifting up, and just rode straight through the wood and flew off, like Napoleon Dynamite style. And I remember, yeah, it was pretty embarrassing, but I remember also riding scooters around, you know, the classic Razor and all that, and like doing the little kick trick where you spin it around and land back on it, and all that, popping. I don't know if it's really an ollie on a scooter, but
Bunny hop is what I used to call it.
Yeah, bunny hop. And we used to play this game where we would ride as fast as we could and then kick it off like and let go and try to keep it like standing and rolling. And that's how it began. And then it became a tag thing where you would shoot your scooter at someone else riding their scooter.
Oh. Yeah. It seems like the escalation kids would get into
it. It got really scary one time because I remember doing that, and we were just in the street, like in front of our houses and stuff. And there were these new neighbors on the end of the road, and they had this nice yellow sports car. I don't remember what it was. Something, you know.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
A fucking
Camaro,
what is it? A bug.
One of
a
these.
Buggy. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. But we were playing that game, and it flew like straight towards the car, and we all like froze and panicked and stuff. And it like the handlebar kind of spun, and it tipped like right before hitting the car. I'll never forget that, man. That was just.
See, well, at least you averted the disaster. That reminded me of like my niece when she was first learning to like ride a bike. Like she was, I was teaching her to like go, and you have to pull back on the pedals to brake.
Oh yeah.
And that was apparently too much for her to learn. And she like turned up a driveway of one of my neighbors and was like going straight towards the garage door. And I was like, brake. And it's just one of those moments where it's just like a slow collision, and it's like, boom. she fucking falls off. There's a big like tire mark in the middle of the thing. And I'm like, oh shit, everybody get back to the house. So we all went inside. And then, I got blamed for it because I would always be outside riding my skateboard.
Yeah.
And the neighbors were like super pissed, obviously, because they had to replace the whole garage door. And my parents kept saying, like, we don't trust you. We think you did it. And I almost had to pay for it. But I guess that never happened.
Oh, wow.
So that was it's pretty great. I still think about that. Just those moments of, like, you see disaster coming. And they could easily stop it, but they just boom. Fuck it.
I know. There's so many weird little memories like that from childhood that will just pop up in your head sometimes. Like
I was thinking of the other sport though, of like wall ball, and the whole purpose was to like hurt the other person.
Yeah.
By bouncing it off the wall and trying to hit them before they could catch it. I don't know. I miss wall ball. I don't even remember the rules of it, but I remember that was always my go-to with my friend Ben after school. I'd be like, "You want to go play wall ball at my house?" And it was extra tricky because there was like a patch of grass, and then my neighbor's like cement, and then we were playing on my house's wall.
And it was
so
like elevated above the grass. It wasn't a clean step.
Okay, shit. Yeah.
So you had to like fucking hurl the ball at the side of the house for it to come back. It was fun. You know the jammed fingers. If you catch a ball wrong,
God,
like jam your fingers. That's fun. But I don't know. I remember. Other than that, I would just throw. A lot of my childhood was throwing balls at walls, and that's like the stereotypical like lonely kid.
I know. Huh? Just the one ball, just
Yeah,
like just not talking, not like nothing. Just yeah.
it was.
I get it. I was just like playing with Legos in my room, just being a different type of lonely kid, you know.
Yeah,
So I understand.
it's coming flooding back. Like even when I was outside, when I was inside, like I'd grab one of those like foamy balls, and I would just throw it at the wall across. Like I'd be laying in bed, just doing the same thing. And then it's that moment where it doesn't come back to you and it falls on the ground, and you're like, "Fuck." And
That's
you just
life, man.
you sit there and you think, "Is it worth it to get up? Is it worth it to live?"
In the morning.
Yeah, it's like an analogy, you know. You can only keep it coming back and forth so many times before it just ends.
That's right. So you fuck up that one time, and that's all over.
Yep.
If that ain't an analogy for marriage, I don't know what is.
Deep.
Shit. Well, but I also there was a park up the road from where I grew up, and you know, I would wander up there, maybe scoot up there or whatever.
I hate that fucking verb.
I
hate
know.
it.
I kind of regret
There's no other
saying it,
word to
but-
use other than scoot for scooter, but
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to say ride or whatever, but I wanted to.
yeah.
I want to
clarify.
say that
But-
when I used to
Yeah.
use or try to describe that, I hopefully said it as a joke, or maybe I meant it being a dumb fucking kid. I'd be like, "Scoot sounds weird," like. So I used to say, "Skeet," just skeet it up there.
Oh shit!
Skeet
There you
it,
go.
skeet skeet. Wasn't that?
Skeet.
Wasn't there like a scene band that would always skeet skeet something like that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea. It's
Lil
totally.
Jon.
I was gonna say Lil Jon definitely did.
Oh, that might be what I was thinking of.
Y'all skeet skeet skeet. God
Just-
damn.
Love to hear me skeeting down the street. And then,
Well, isn't skeet another word for cum?
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I would have loved to just hear me like talking about skeeting down the road, and then like some couple out on their porch. What the fuck did he do?
Well, wasn't that that's like the target shooting thing? Like the
Shooting skeet.
yeah,
That's true.
they shoot the like
Oh.
clay pigeon and then. So I guess it's not a bad analogy. It's just like popping it out, you know. Skeet.
I was gonna say that's very graphic. Yeah.
It's very graphic.
I shot my
Fucking
skeet at
skeet.
100 yards.
Have you guys ever done that? Like target?
Yeah.
That's impressive. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, no, not come at 100 kilometers or whatever. But
I have. To answer your actual question, yes, I have.
You guys seen those videos of like people trying to like make a basket as they're like on a bridge and they like try to shoot it like down?
oh yeah,
Yeah, you can do that with your cum. That's
There
what
you
I'm trying
go.
to say. Just see how far it goes.
Talk about Logan's
I'd have to save it up for a while.
highlight sporting moment. He once
Yeah.
made a basketball. He once made a hoop. I don't know. How do I even say that?
Made a basket.
Made a basket. Yeah, thank you. What the fuck? Wow, this shows how out of touch I am. Made a
Yeah.
basket riding on the back of a car once.
Oh really?
That was
I
fun.
don't remember.
I have a video
pretty
and
cool.
everything. Isn't like when we were with David and
Eloy is the treasure trove of like he's my archive. He keeps
I'm-
everything.
yeah.
I don't know.
fantastic at remembering shit that doesn't really matter at all.
Yeah.
And like important shit, I'm just like, I don't. This never happened. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Huh.
But yeah, I want to see that.
I will find it
Yeah, I
eventually.
wanna see that.
I do.
Gotta dig. So have you ever gone shooting, target practice? Any? of them?
I mean, I've shot clay pigeons.
I've only done that like once, I think. I think I got a couple, but I wasn't super good.
Yeah.
I like going shooting and whatnot too.
I felt like I was good, but it was with a shotgun, so I feel like
Oh yeah,
it's pretty
Same here.
easy.
Yeah, a lot of spread.
Yeah.
Spread shot.
Also,
Speaking of,
I think I talked about this how I would like point it at the instructors because I was too stupid
oh yeah, yep,
and I shouldn't be having a gun at that age. But
yep, yeah, because I remember that. I had a similar experience with my
Yeah.
sibling and all that, my younger brother. But yeah,
Yeah.
pointing it right at me, and I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, let's yeah.
settle down.
Well, but even before all that, I had like a pellet gun, like a rifle thing, and I would go a lot of time we would either dig through like toy bins or just find cans or bottles or whatever and just set them all up, and it was fun.
Yeah,
like
I
doing
mean, I like shooting. I just
Yeah.
I never had the experience. Well, I never had the experience, and when I should have. I do like paintball though. I want to go paintballing.
I've never
again.
done
Still
that.
haven't been.
I'd love to do that. Yeah.
I don't think it hurts as much as people say. Like, if you don't wear anything, like if you just have a shirt on, I imagine it probably hurt pretty bad. But I had like a hoodie on and it was fine. Like,
Really?
It dulled it enough, in my opinion.
That's always kind of held me back from doing it. So that's good to know. Like, how intense is it going to be if you just get slammed? Like,
I mean, the worst part for me was like getting hit in the face mask because it's like
Yeah.
all that padding is like pushed against your face, which never feels good. It's kind of the same as like when you were in a cup. Have you guys ever worn a cup and gotten hit in the balls with it? It's not
No.
great because it doesn't hurt because you didn't get hit in the balls, but it hurts because everywhere around your groin is just
pressure.
ringing because of all the pressure that just got pushed onto it. It's pretty fun. Let's
See,
try it out. I'll throw some balls at your balls.
Yeah.
See how it feels.
That's probably some light shockwave therapy right there.
Oh yeah, homemade. We're gonna have a startup company for that, man.
I know. Just get hit in the balls a bunch and see if you get it better.
We'll just get some
erection.
hot girls to do it. It'll double as a dominatrix thing
Yeah, true.
and
Yeah.
and as a therapy thing.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that kind of sounds like the perfect
lane.
vector for my mind. Like, huh. So,
They can opt into having it filmed and put it on the web.
yeah. Oh, and then you get the like shaming aspect of it. You put it online, and people say, "Oh, look at this fucking idiot." Some people like that. They want to be shamed and stuff. It's,
Exactly.
Believe it.
Yeah.
And if they want to get their,
wow.
if they're the type that like getting their bank accounts drained,
yeah, Finn,
we can we
Yeah.
can
Do
we can
that.
charge them a surplus.
That's true.
A surcharge.
Financial domination. I know that's the perfect.
Does that count? Does that put us as a pimp kind of status?
Yeah, I think it does. Honestly,
But it's legal, right? Would it be legal?
Fine with
I assume it would be. Sign the
I
correct
mean,
papers.
If they're
yeah, exactly.
giving us consent and access to all this, yep,
Yeah.
it's legal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Filmed prostitution is legal because it's pornography.
Yeah.
That's what's so weird.
true. Mm.
Like, it changes it completely. Like, if you did that same exact thing and didn't film it, it would be illegal.
Yeah.
What do you think the specifics
It's kind of
are
a
on
sport.
that? Because if it's,
I was gonna say.
oh no, I guess you're right. I was gonna say if it is like an actual pornography setup, they're getting paid. It's not like one
Yeah.
paying the other. It's like a third party thing. I guess that's a pimp
'Cause then it's
situation.
entertainment.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess. Well, because like you think about like a big drug operation, you have like the kingpin and then like the distributors and then like the runners and all this stuff. So yeah, we'll just be at the top, and then we'll have like multiple porn websites and all this, and then pimps below us that pay the Big Daddy pimps, and that's us.
Big Daddy
They do all the work.
That'll be the name of the business too, Big Daddy Pimp.
Yeah.
Or Big Mama Dommy. Big Mama Dommy.
Big Mama Dummy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that sounds.
This sounds like the pyramid scheme of pornography.
Yeah.
Big
I heard
Mama
it kind of
Dommy.
is though. Like, it's. I think the guys that started like Brazzers or one of these, like they own like Pornhub or I don't know. Those are all not specifics, but it's like that kind of thing where like shit can't get taken down because they own it. So even though like people try to say, take this off your website or whatever, they say, well, we produced it and we run the website and we have it on our other website. So good luck. Like, I don't know. It's weird. So many things are like that, man, where it's just like a monopoly. But
I think porn is the one thing where it's like everybody acknowledges and understands that it's like kind of fucked up how it's run,
yeah,
but everybody doesn't want to talk about it because it's like, it's porn, and nobody wants to talk about the porn because they all take part in it and they're all complacent. So, because everybody needs to get their rocks off, even Bilbo Baggins.
even Bilbo.
Even Bilbo.
He's struggling, but we're rooting for you, man.
I'm not.
There's I want to re-listen to it, but there's a good podcast called The Butterfly Effect that's about like the porn industry.
Oh.
Kind of like exposes it in a way. It's like this guy going around interviewing people and like learning what he can. But
yeah,
I remember it being really good. I want to re-listen. Maybe it doesn't hold up. Maybe there's some scandalous shit in there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think so, though. The whole idea was to show the other side.
Yeah, I was watching like the Hot Girls Wanted on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched that.
I kind of bowed out because a lot of it was like interviewing porn stars and then being like, I just came to do this because my dad was absent and I'm paying for my mom and my 2 brothers and sisters back home. And I'm just like, oh God, I can't watch this anymore.
It's too sad.
It made me real sad. And then also really weird because I had seen one of the girls.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, oh, that's who that is. She has a life. And I'm going to stop doing that now. So
yeah.
I stopped going to Pornhub.
Has a personal
Wow.
life,
Yeah.
family, and
Exactly.
friends. What?
Well, it does kind of, you can't watch. Well, like when I got a lap dance, I've only had one lap dance, but it was for my 21st birthday in Wendover. And I think I already told this whole story, but so go dig for that, I guess. But I couldn't help but think the whole time, like, who is this person? Like, what is their life? Like, I know this is just a job for her. Like, what got her here? Like, I just couldn't enjoy it because I just kept thinking about all that, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like trying to make small talk with her, and you could tell she was like, just let me get this over with. But
Yeah.
just like, so what got you into
She's
this?
like, I'm fucking off at 8, dude. I gotta go pick up my kids.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I know. See,
I'm
yeah.
shaking.
I understand, man.
So for some men, they're probably like, hell yeah, you know. Like I try to think
Yeah.
about like if I ever was with a sex worker in
Yeah.
like Denmark or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I've heard stories about that being exactly how it is, where it's just like, just come in me and I'll go kind of thing. Like they'll just explicitly like say
Just
that.
come in me and I'll go.
You know, not like that specific
Wow.
phrasing, but you know, they're that
There you
blunt where
go.
it's like, I'm just here for the paycheck kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
you
I
come
wonder
in
if
it?
that would be like comforting, you know, where it's like, all right, well, there's no emotional attachment here. There's no guessing.
Right.
Or if it would be like, oh, damn, like I'm the 1,000th man to do this. Or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends. I think you could look at it as, wow, a lot of guys would like kill to be with this girl or this woman or whatever, and I get the chance to be one of them. Or you could go like, oh boy, what are we dealing with here? So I don't know. It's perspective, you know.
I think that's just a dichotomy between people who haven't had a lot of sex and people who have.
Yeah.
And I definitely am on the latter.
Oh,
whoa. Hey, whoa. Jesus.
I was thinking that though, like a guy that's super desperate would just, oh my God, like, woo, you know, they just freak out about it. And then, yeah, if you kind of know, like, you could get laid some other way, you would probably look at it totally differently. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah,
I don't know.
I feel you.
Elo's awfully quiet. I think he's probably the
I'm
cut.
just taking it all
Sports,
in.
man.
I was thinking that. I'm like, I'm going to name this episode Sports? Question mark.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea, just to have it there.
That's all good, man. I mean, fucking is a kind of sport, man. Like,
Yeah,
you know, it tells you if you're in shape or not.
I know.
It's true.
You know, I'll tell you, man.
It's a game of endurance.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is, man. Have you guys heard about this new advertisement Swipes going around? Well, let me tell you. Today we're brought to you by Swipes. And I don't know. That's pretty. You guys heard about this? For real, though.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
The clawflets that you wipe on your dick before you're about to have sex.
No.
Every time I hear
that.
every time I hear an advertisement for it, I'm just thinking like, how long do they last? Like, if I have company coming over, and then like I know ahead of time, could I like swipe it on like an hour beforehand, and then before any of the action starts getting done? Because I just imagine how awkward it would be to be like, you guys start missing.
You like rip the package. You're like, give me a second.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let me go to the restroom real quick.
Yeah.
Wipe it on, let it dry a little bit. You're now fanning it.
I know. Does it smell? Like, is there?
Wait, so what is this exactly?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what we're talking about.
I've seen Facebook ads, and all the comments are like, "Damn, Facebook, you know me too well," or like something like that. Like,
it's like a cloth with a numbing agent on it. So you just wipe it on your dick and you let it dry, and then you can last longer.
Okay.
It doesn't. It says it doesn't pass to the the other person, but based on my limited experience with one side only, I don't actually know that's not true because fire and ice are not just one side only. That's true. Remember those condoms, the fire and ice condoms?
Yeah. And they did like the his and hers KY and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which I never played around with a whole lot. I'm trying to think if I ever used anything like that, but
yeah.
I used to always buy like the ribbed ones and all this, like for her pleasure. I thought I was being so generous.
My lady.
Yeah.
Listen, how it comes down to condom shopping is this: whatever you
Don't buy 'em.
whatever you buy.
Save the environment. Don't buy condoms. It's petroleum, man.
Yeah, or just buy reusable ones, man. That's what they used to be.
I know. Sorry. Anyway.
So, whatever you buy as a 16-year-old man is what you're going to buy for the rest of your life. At least that's how it is for me. Because
brand loyalty, guys.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Well, it's more so like you don't want to be the dude that's looking at the condom aisle like,
True.
what do I want to try out this week?
It's like picking out a beer. You're like, well, that's an interesting scent or flavor.
This
Like,
one's local.
Micro condom. Wow. Oh, that sounds bad, actually. I was just talking micro brew, but never mind. Whoops. Magnums, guys. Okay, that's all. I buy a hefty bag. Okay, nothing small. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Craft condom.
okay.
How about that?
Craft condom.
That's better.
Macaroni and cheese flavored.
What about a condom
the way
with?
some people are about mac and cheese?
I know.
Yeah.
It's an easy sell.
What about one with like B vitamins in it or something, like a supplement
Yeah.
condom?
It doesn't have B vitamins in it or something.
It probably does.
I don't know. It has some kind of vitamin.
Something weird. Well, I guess I don't know though. Like the whole idea of like a condom blowjob, I don't understand that. Do you guys do that?
Well, if you got warts,
True.
you don't want it in your mouth as much as.
Yeah. I started watching Dave. Have you guys watched that at all on Hulu?
I haven't gotten to it yet,
It's
but
about,
I
like,
see
Lil
it every
Dicky.
time I turn on the TV.
I got like through a few and I totally forgot about it. Maybe I'll watch him later. But there's this whole thing where he has like a deformed penis and he hasn't let his girlfriend ever see it. So he always like has to have the lighting right so that she doesn't. I don't know. I haven't gotten super far into it, but it made me think of that. Like, you're trying to cover
The whole
it up.
situation's still a mystery at the moment.
Yeah. Or glow in the dark. That was always a thing people talked about, but I've never seen them.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of shit that sounds toxic to one or both parties.
Yeah. You could put a glow stick like in the condom with you and just hope it doesn't break.
Talking about ultra ribbed.
Yeah, seriously.
That's like a big vein just
That's a
sitting there.
freaking.
Wow. Getting creative in here.
Anyway.
Oh my god. Well,
So I remember when I was in, I think, second grade, maybe first grade, my teacher had a plush of the Jazz Bear, like maybe like 1.5 feet tall or something, with the jersey and all that. And each kid would get to take it home like every month or something. And then you would like write about what you did with the Jazz Bear and all this bullshit.
oh god.
So it's like, we made dinner together or whatever. Just, super hokey.
This sounds really fucking familiar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know
Really?
I've been in a situation like this.
Okay, interesting. Do you guys know what it was or anything?
I
for
don't
you guys?
remember.
I
But it
think
does
was
sound
just kind of like a
vaguely
teddy bear
familiar.
or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe she was flexing, I guess. She's like, I got money for the Jazz Bear. But so I remember doing that, and I remember it being this big thing, like always wanting to have that happen. And then I finally had it happen. And then I remember at some point going to a basketball game with my mom. I don't even really know why, because they're not sports people, and I haven't been since. It was just this one-time thing. Maybe she got them from her work or something way back when. But I remember going, and we were leaving, and we got in the elevator, and who walks into the elevator?
Mr. Jazz Bear.
Mr. Jazz Bear. And you know what? I had seen him that entire time at the game when I know him. Like, you know, I had that level of energy. You're like, hey, you know, I really wanted to meet him and all this. And he just blew me off for all the hot girls, all the blonde, big-titted hoes and all that. You know, I'm going to say it. And I tried. So, Mr. Bear, Mr. Jazz, please, right here, Mr. Jazz. And just nothing. I got denied. I was very offended by that. I was very hurt. I took it personally.
He always felt like a scumbag to me, you know.
Yeah,
Mr. Jazz Bear, because he's got all that fur. He's so cocky.
Exactly.
You know, whenever he walks around, he's got a swagger to him, and I've never really liked that. You know, you're talking about Cosmo the cougar, or I don't know what you know, but he's a good little Mormon cougar. He's polite to everybody. He's giving kids high fives and.
I like him more.
Everybody else.
But so yeah, he was a scumbag. He blew me off and all that.
I don't know. It sounds like you're jealous. He sounds like a specimen, and you're very upset that you'll never equal.
I know, huh? I was like, I guess I gotta have a bunch of fur and wear a headband if I want girls to like me, you know. And that's kind of what I did in high school. Had the opposite effect, but. So he gets in the elevator. I remember.
Well, were you going after the big blonded hose?
No.
Big titted hose?
That's the problem.
That's what I missed. You're right. I could go back.
That's right. You're going for these scene girls.
It's true.
They're more into the cougars.
Yeah. Well, and they want the skinny guy with the tight pants and the straightened hair, and I had none of that. You know, I had poofy curly hair and glasses.
Yeah. And he always had a basketball under his arm. No one ever saw him play, but it was always there.
That reminds me, I do actually, my parents still have it. Like you go up the stairs and it kind of like winds around and there's a little section between the sets of stairs and they have this like photo holder thing. Like it stands and there's a bunch of photos in it. And there's one of me and one of those like school photo shoots, you know. Oh. And I'm holding the basketball, which was weird because I didn't play basketball. And they had my foot like up on like a barrel, and they wanted it to be this kind of like farmhouse setup. But they gave me a basketball, and I'm wearing a red Spider-Man hoodie. The whole thing just doesn't make sense at all. I can still see it in my head. I had like no rim oval glasses and a big like chubby cherub face with just buzzed hair, like rosy cheeks. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, that is the epitome of childhood, though. I mean, you got the superhero, you got the sports, you got the
I had like the baggy jeans.
Got the flipping through the yearbooks, and they're like, who is this guy on the basketball team? I don't remember him.
I know. I should like Photoshop that to do like player of the year or something.
Jazz Bear's #1 fan.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So then he was in the elevator, and I think he like shook my hand or something, you know, with the big
get out of here, kid.
But yeah, he wouldn't look at me. He didn't say shit, and I just felt so dissed by the Jazz Bear. That was the end of that illusion.
You remember Bad Grandpa or Bad Santa?
Yeah.
They need to do one with the mascot because that's actually a documentary rather than a comedy. I'm 99% sure that's how most mascots live. You know?
I would like to see that. Yeah.
The sex, cocaine fueled life of being a mascot.
Yeah,
exactly. There used to be a Halloween store called, I think now it's just called The Mask or something. It used to be called Costume Closet. And it used to be on like 700 East and I don't know what South, but they've moved around a couple times. But I remember going there as a kid. They had an upstairs that was all like mascot, like heads and all this stuff. I think they like made them as like a side business, or maybe they just kind of stockpiled and like rented them out or something. But I always wanted one so bad, man.
My favorite thing about costume, like,
Wear that chicken suit.
oh, yeah. I still never saw that in person, I don't think. The ever elusive chicken suit.
Yeah.
What I hate about costume parlors, to make them sound fancier than they are,
Yeah.
is that they always get like these knockoff things. Like it'll be like Rosie Rat in case of Minnie Mouse. And
I know.
you know, I don't like that knockoff shit, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like rather than having Cheerios, you're like Happy E's or something, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
O's or like just some
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. I buy that shit though from time to time, you
Yeah,
know.
man,
Like,
yeah, I know. Get the official license is what I'm saying. Don't skimp out.
yeah, exactly.
Fuck, man.
I am kind of a sucker though for like bootleg anything. Like do you guys know bootleg Bart at all? Like all these old Bart Simpson T-shirts.
I don't think so.
People
no.
would print and sell them on like street corners, and it's
Oh.
always like, don't have a cow man on a skateboard, but his eyes are all fucked up, or like the proportions are wrong, or like it's a different color T-shirt and he has 5 fingers, or what. Like they always had some way for it to be like technically kind of legal.
Yeah,
So I just love that stuff.
yeah. That just brings back the AIDS shirt to me. That's fucking that kind of shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Like,
Fuck, man.
there's a whole Instagram, I think it's bootleg daycare or something. It's people just like add photos of pictures they've taken of daycares or whatever, where they'll like paint Bugs Bunny on the side or whatever, and it just looks horrible. Like,
Yeah.
so there's some pretty good ones on there.
Fuck, dude.
I
Bootleg
think
shit.
that's what it is.
Bootleg shit in general.
Yeah, bootleg_daycare. You gotta check some of those out on Instagram. Like,
Wow.
just kind of that one's
Super
actually
long legs.
Yeah, there you go. That's, you know, it's just a little off.
Fuck, Dora looks like the thing of my nightmares.
Yeah.
There's Snow. Or
She looks like Snow White.
Snow
looks
White.
like fucking Shrek.
Looks like
Yeah.
if Picasso took a shot at Snow White.
Exactly. I don't know. It's just fun, but
Yeah. I need more things to follow on Instagram other than tattoos. That's all that shows up now. It's just different tattoo people.
people.
All right. Well, you guys good? I mean, we've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. We're kind of on a time crunch, so
True.
I could keep going, but we do have other things we could record,
Yeah.
aka the Donald.
This is a very yeah,
That bonus.
It's up to you guys.
very all over the place episode. I'm
That's
good.
fine.
I feel like we had some fun moments.
Yeah. Pretty solid.
Yeah,
You
that
know.
was good. All right. Well, this has been episode 69. In no way did we plan on getting sexual, but it just kind of went that way. Talked about porn.
Yep.
Talked about penis stimulants.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we did kind of a lot.
Yeah. Talked about jizzing, coming, and
Skeeting.
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 All right. Well,
Marvin Cougar.
on this, what do we, on this day, June or July.
First.
Well,
Second.
today is the second.
Second.
When
What?
this,
When does it come out?
when this records, it'll be the
Shit.
10th. What happened on July 10th? I don't know.
Let's see.
My
Hey, but
dad
you
was
know-
almost born in 1969. His birthday's the 11th.
Oh, happy birthday, Dad! Almost.
Yeah.
Wow, my brother's on the
Eric.
12th. Wow.
Happy birthday to your dad and to America. That's what we say.
Yeah.
That's what July is celebrated for,
Exactly.
and to Utah. But nobody cares about that. Sometimes I forget Pioneer Day is a Utah thing, and I'll see like
Yeah.
other things happening in the world that are like, oh, this is a big deal, and I'm like, but isn't it Pioneer Day? Oh, that's only a Utah thing. Anyways, that was super exciting to tell you guys.
You're
Okay.
Oh.
1962, Telstar, the world's first communication satellite, is launched in space.
Wow.
Telstar.
Apparently.
Never heard of it in my life. Give me another one.
1940, Battle of Britain. The German Air Force, or Luftwaffe. Luftwaffe. I don't remember how to say that. Launched
Luftwaffe.
Oh, there is an F. Thank you.
Yeah.
Launched an air campaign against England. It was one of the first battles during the Second World War.
I love how this show always comes back to World War II. Too.
Yeah.
Fought entirely between air forces and ended a few months later.
Huh.
Guess who won?
The aliens.
Yeah, that's right.
The
Yes.
Anunnaki.
Yes.
The
British.
Vril Society one.
Who won?
The English.
The English.
The Inglés. All right. Well, goodbye, guys.
Thanks for listening, guys. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Vice of Life Pod. You can listen to us on our new YouTube channel at Vice of Life. Send us an email if you want at viceoflifepodcast@gmail.com. Review and subscribe wherever you listen. And if you really love us, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/viceoflife.